It's a group dedicated to the protection and enjoyment of the world's oceans, waves, and beaches. And I think the point here is that there is a bit of a missed opportunity. I understand your points that it's not a public access, it's for it's for the town's access. I believe Patty's point here is that by the public using it, it's by prescription or by public use, so the public has used it. It's not right to call it a public access as such, but you get the point. To put it in a bigger context, access is not great in this part of the world. To your north and to your south, access isn't great. I think most of Long Branch, really pretty good. Elberon and of course into the next town and Deal, it's a little bit tough. I hear what you're saying, Mr. Mayor. There have been people that have taken a lot of interest in access, people in this town, and then people that sat on this council that took a lot of interest in access and made a lot of noise. You're shaking your head. I'm going to continue my comments, okay?
But you're inaccurate. Just let it be clear. You're very inaccurate about that.
That people that sat on this council didn't have a big interest in access? I think they did.
No, we all work. We've been working. I've been working on it for 20 years.
Understand. I think there's some definitely improvements will be made. I agree with you. I think there's been a little backsliding, and I'm not putting it on the town. There's an access point that's further south of this point by the breakers, I think it is, and it's got the DEP access sign in it, and I think it's just a disgrace, and I think it's all in the state. It's weed strewn, it's gravel. I wouldn't walk a kid down there. It kind of doesn't even look safe. So, I mean, if the council's serious about public access, I would get the state in here and say, hey, clean up your act, fix these public access points that have state DEP access point signs on them. If you're really serious about public access, take a front-end loader down Adams Street and clear it all out. Just clear everything out from where the pavement ends down to the beach, because we all know what's happened there. It's been landscaped by the adjacent homeowner. It doesn't look like a public access point, even though some people in the room know better. So I'm just putting it in this bigger context. Yeah, I know there's a sign there, and it's in with the landscaping that matches the adjacent property owner. I think there's more that could be done. I think it's a missed opportunity. If there was this, the town had an easement across this property for so many years, the town could have been looking into it. Well, let's make it a public access, an additional public access point. Because let's face it, parking isn't great, and the more foot access there is, the better. Similar towns like Long Beach Township on Long Beach Island, they have really poor public access in a couple of parts of town. They're looking at properties and easements like this and buying 5 feet from this property owner and buying 5 feet from the other property owner and putting a footpath to the beach because they have to get their money for beach replenishment. So it's that type of thing that if the town were doing, people would feel a lot better. They would think, well, the town is really
doing good. We did that already, right?
Where? I guess I'm not.
We've done it at the end of every street. We did it at Park where there was none. And we did it in the lane between Breakwater Beach Club and the Common Property.
Okay. All right, that's great, and that's what I'm saying. That's one of the ones that I think is not a good look at.
And said this is a completely different issue.
Okay.
It is owned by one man who wants to put a house there. And the type of easement, if people have been using it, that's a different argument. They weren't using it under our easement, because I'm going to bet that none of them knew that easement existed. Mm-hmm. The only people who really knew were the property owners. We didn't know until they brought it, and it's an easement that has not been used in 8 years.
Well.
And we have, and I think the DEP standard is even going to relax. But we've got access. Yeah. If you told
I'm not going to let you keep using up my time, Mr. Mayor. So let me continue here.
We have a port, every quarter mile we've access. You're talking about none of that exists.
No, I'm saying some of it exists, some of it could be improved. The Adams, like I said, the landscaping, great. The other one that's a disgrace with the weeds and the whatever, it could be improved. I think you have to realize people have better things to do with their time. Okay, there's TV shows to watch, there's other stuff. These people wouldn't be coming out if access was all great, but they're here. It's just that there's an opportunity. The town could have been looking at making this a public, saying, hey, we the town have this easement across this property. Let's start working with the homeowner. And then one other question before my time runs out. I'd like to know, does anybody know anything about the claims that Vincent made about the property is 100 feet bigger than it used to be? I mean, does anybody know anything about that? Nothing.
Well, my understanding, maybe the city clerk can fill us in, that that was submitted to the DEP, and what was the response? Didn't get a response.
Okay.
That was in advance of the last council meeting.
Okay.
Correct, Kathy?
Yes.
People keep bringing up Tackanassie. I know there's access to Tackanassie, but I would say that that's another missed opportunity. I stood in this room and I talked to people from the DEP when that permit was up. They had an opportunity to make really good access there, and they blew it. And it's been really limited and really kind of not great ever since. So we encourage you to vote against this as the Surfrider Foundation, and then look forward to working with you on improving access further in Long Branch.
Thank you.